Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You are in at the beginning of something amazing.
My review of the Sinclair Mysteries Quartet. These books are set mostly in an Edwardian London department store and feature an intelligent and courageous young heroine called Shelfie. I believe these books are recommended for children aged 9+, and I would say that's a fair assessment, although I think older children will probably get more out of them. And adults would enjoy them too as a fun, quick read. There were some scary moments, and there is the loss of parents and threat of danger, but there isn't any graphic violence or swearing. The first book was published in 2015, the second one in 2016, and the last two were published in quick succession in 2017. I picked these 4 books up in a charity shop because I was intrigued by the covers, and they looked to be a matching set. The covers depict windows with lots of interesting scenes going on behind them, and once you've read the book you will recognise the scenes. So, The Clockwork Sparrow. You are cordially invited to attend the grand opening of Sinclair's department store. Enter a world of bonbons, hats, perfumes and mysteries around every corner. Wonder at the daring theft of the priceless Clockwork Sparrow. Tremble as the most dastardly criminals in London enact their wicked plans. Gasp as our bold heroines, Miss Sophie Taylor and Miss Lillian Rose, crack codes, devour ice buns, and vow to bring the villains to justice. The book's main character, Sophie, is newly orphaned and finding her feet in London. I guess she's about 14 at the beginning of the books. I can't quite remember, but that's the feeling I got. But obviously, back in Edwardian times, that's pretty much an adult. So she sets out to find herself a job in London and manages to get one in the Sinclair's newly opening department store, in the hat department. The era was well portrayed, and you could really imagine the characters wearing their long Edwardian dresses. The depiction of the store reminded me of Harrods, Selfridges, and all those type of big London department stores. When they opened for the first time, they must have been really magical and really novel, because it was probably the first time where all the different products were brought in under one roof, and you could literally go from department to department, kitting out your whole house. If you were rich, of course. Under normal circumstances, the book department was just about Billy's favourite place in the whole of the store. I knew I liked this kid. At the end of this book, I gave it 4 stars. I really liked this period piece adventure crime mystery. The young characters were well written and very likeable. The story was plausible, fast-paced and gripping. I got to page 232 and couldn't put it down till the end. I'd better not read the next one so late at night. The second book is called The Jewelled Moth. Wonder at the puzzling disappearance of the Jewelled Moth. Marvel as our heroines, Sophie and Lil, don cunning disguises, mingle in high society and munch many cucumber sandwiches to solve this curious case. Applaud their bravery as they follow a trail of terrible secrets that leads straight to London's most dangerous criminal mastermind, and could put their own lives at risk. It will be the most thrilling event of the season. Page 56. She was looking at them both with eyes like gimlets. This made me smile and think of Terry Pratchett. Gimlet, poor fellow, everyone taking his eyes. Page 128. I thought, this is clearly a scene taken from The Ring. The drowned body of the girl from the river had come to life, her hair dark and tangled. On page 140, I thought, no surprise there. But I won't tell you why, because I don't want to give you a spoiler. On page 335, I wondered, is it going to turn out that Sophie's the Bewcastle heir? Was her father the missing younger brother? Did the Baron kill her father? You'll have to read the book to see if these were resolved. At the end of the book, I gave it a score of 3.5 stars. Another historical adventure, crime, mystery. Still enjoying the young characters, although there's not much character development in this one. There are more hints at Sophie's background that I expect will be addressed in later books. I liked the new character May and her family, but I don't see how she could be easily involved in future books. The crime mystery was engaging and ramped up towards the end, but it wasn't as gripping as the first book for me. I also didn't understand the Baron's behaviour at the end. It felt a little out of character, just to force the narrative on. But I will be reading the next one soon. The third book is called The Painted Dragon. When a priceless painting is stolen, our dauntless heroines, Sophie and Lil, find themselves faced with forgery, trickery and deceit on all sides. Be amazed as the brave duo pit their wits against this perilous puzzle. Marvel at their cunning plan to unmask the villain and prove themselves detectives to be reckoned with, no matter what dangers lie ahead. On page 64, I thought, forgery, anyone? Sounds to me like he wants her to recreate this expensive painting for nefarious means. And on page 76, or is she going to discover that the one in the exhibition is actually a fake? Those questions were actually answered in a surprising way. At the end of this book, I gave it 4 stars. Another great historical mystery whodunit. I liked the new characters that were introduced. They had some nice development along with the main characters. It was nice to have some more flavour for the period with the suffragettes making an appearance. Sophie's mysterious family background didn't progress very much in this one, but I didn't mind as I enjoyed getting to know the artists. The actual whodunit was a little lacking, as it seemed pretty obvious from the start where the story was going and who the culprit would be. Moving quickly on to the next one, I hope all the great cast are involved again. The fourth book is called The Midnight Peacock. The festive season has come to Sinclair's, and Sophie and Lil are spending the holidays at snowy Winter Hall. As sinister secrets come to light, our intrepid heroines find themselves faced with a more baffling mystery than ever before. With the help of their friends, can they uncover the truth in time to foil a truly diabolical plot? Or will Mr. Sinclair's Midnight Peacock Ball spell disaster on New Year's Eve for the dauntless young detectives? I must have been pretty engrossed in this one because I didn't make any notes as I went along. That's normally a sure sign that I'm just reading the book and not thinking about it too much. At the end of this book, I gave it 4 stars. A nice end to the Quartet. Felt a bit like a Miss Marple mystery in places with some slow sections. Picked up the pace towards the end. Nice to see most of the characters making an appearance, but they didn't have much development. Felt like it rounded out the story arcs and still left room for more. I guess the Taylor and Rose books continue with the lady detectives. I would definitely consider picking those up. A nice, easy and enjoyable read. Overall, I really liked these books. They were a fun set of mysteries in a gorgeous Edwardian setting with strong female characters. Don't get me wrong, there were male characters too, who were also very well written and likeable. I especially liked the fact that they all became such good friends, with only small hints at possible romances. Maybe this is something future books explore. If you liked the ITV series,
The Selfridges!
You'll love these. The girls' attitudes really summed up the suffragette movement of the time, and I can just picture my great-grandmothers behaving like this.
I'm Katherine Woodfine, and this is my new book, Peril in Paris, the first book in the Taylor and Rose Secret Agent series. Taylor and Rose is a spin-off from the Sinclair Mysteries series, and in it we rejoin the detective heroines Sophie and Lil as they take on a brand new challenge of becoming Edwardian secret agents.
Yes, please. Sign me up for those. There are now 4 books in this series to look forward to. If you've read these, I'd love to hear your thoughts and how they compare to the original Quartet. I picked these 3 books up recently in the charity shop. They're the Murder Most Unladylike series by Robin Stevens. He's actually done quite a few by the look of it, but I'd be interested to hear if you've read these and if you think they're like the Sinclair's Mysteries and that I'd like them, so I can put them higher on my to-read list. I hope you enjoyed this video. I have left links in the description to the video clips I've used, so you can check those out, and of course you should watch Mr. Selfridge if you haven't already. If you feel like it, leave a like and subscribe for more book talk. I really appreciate knowing that there's some of you out there who are bothering to watch this. So I'll keep making them. and see you in the next one. Right, I'm off to read a book.